Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly review. Pretty much nailed this week. We had individual names go up all over the place. We had semis going up. Market topped out at 575, and it looks like we have a top from yesterday. I don't think we can go up again next week and make a higher high. On Friday on the close, we had VIX spike up 10%, but the market only went down like 0.15 on SPY. Now, things look bearish across the board, but they look soft bearish, not hard bearish. What happened in the last couple of correction was that we had this kind of rotation between what goes up and what goes down, and this has muted the correction. It happened several times in the past couple of attempts to go down. What I mean by that is like one time QQQ stays strong and IWM dumps. The other time IWM dumps and QQQ stays strong. Or they take turns in being weak. And if they take turns in being weak, SPY doesn't drop that much because it's made half of value, half of tech, or not half, but a percentage of it is tech, a percentage of it is value. And when values remain strong and tech corrects, then SPY doesn't drop a lot. When tech corrects, or when value goes down and tech remains strong, again, SPY doesn't drop that much. And this tag team of weakness has made the index or various correction not happen a lot. Uh, we can see this in this correction as well, the second leg from September, in which DIA stayed strong. It only dropped like almost less than 4%, 378. And because value outperformed, and value outperformed through XLU, through XLP, XLF, and what XLV. Like these corrections barely register on these charts. So even though tech was weak and we had bigger pullbacks in QQQ, like QQQ had -8 or something, -7, 7, almost 7, 8. Compare that to the less than 4% in DIA, then SPY remained relatively strong, and we didn't get to that second leg down as well. Another aspect of it is over VIXing. Like we got to 65 in VIX, and the market dropped 10%, but on VIX it was like what, 300%. So 10% in the market and 300% in VIX. That's way too big a ratio in favor of the VIX. Even here on the second leg, we had 57% in VIX and only 4% in SPY. This kind of move in VIX is not really made to support a drop in the index because it goes up way too fast, way too high, and the market remains resilient, and then VIX can only go down. Like it won't stay high without a real reason for the fear to persist. This was the carry trade blow up, and it stabilized quickly because they intervened. I don't even remember what this was. Anyway, this started from the jobs market and then the carry trade blow up, unemployment numbers. And we had reasons to fear because unemployment was up. Then we had the carry trade blow up, and that's why the VIX went up a lot. But now, what do we have? Well, we have the potential for another carry trade blow up because Nikkei closed down 6% in, not closed. This is futures. So Nikkei actually closed up like this, 3% up, but then we had futures go down 6%. And this is the kind of move that is scary. Like you don't want an index going down 6%. This is the type of move that is trend reversal and usually has continuation. That may or may not happen, but it has the potential to give us a spike in VIX. And then on the other hand, we have stuff like Costco, which I'm talking about staples here. It's in a topping scenario, but I don't think it's ready to break down yet, so it can do that. We have Walmart who looks the same. We have PG who looks the same. And like I'll point out this curling thing in the RSI, which is usually a bullish pattern. We have stuff like Co, which also has the same kind of look here and can go higher. But it's very high already. Something like this. But for the short term, they look like they will work as defensive. And because of the over-vixing, because of staples acting as a defensive sector as well, and it won't be just staples, it will be in general like the value stuff. Because of that, I think there's a lot more potential for this to be a soft pullback and then for upside continuation for a while. That while is not going to be probably a lot, but basically the window of weakness is until here, until 4th, maybe 7th, should be October 7th can be a low. And then we get a turnaround Tuesday on the 8th and we start going up again. Another reason for this is the China behavior. Like we had a huge squeeze in Chinese equities. We see it move like this. Even mainland China went up. Pretty huge move. I was in Queb from a while back, so it was a good trade. Now, this type of move also doesn't correct quietly. And like we have 70, not this one, let's do Queb. I think we have 30% in Queb. And 35%. And maybe this is a similar move to it. We have 27%. This one has absolutely zero pullbacks. No, actually we did pull back here, but this type of move will correct like this, like 8, 12, 15%. We also see it here. Oops. Like this, minus 22%. Now, the problem with China until now was that it didn't fucking bounce after this huge surge. Like instead of having this bounce here and going higher, it went lower, and this made China shit. Like it couldn't get out of a slump. Now we will test this assumption again. And I think this time China will actually bounce and go higher. So expectation is we can continue going up on China on Monday as well, but it will be a muted move and very likely that it will get rejected intraday and close red, like go up 3-4% and then get rejected. Then we have like a huge correction, maybe even as low as this. Like I would say 15% would be my target, but it can be lower than that. And I think this time finally China will bounce and go higher and make a higher low and then make a higher high. So basically maybe something like this, and then it goes higher. And this again will help the market go up. So the combination of value likely not breaking down yet. For the market to go down a lot and fast, we need something like this, where everything dumps together. There are no outperformance. Everything drops. There is no flight to safety. there is nothing. Everyone panics and the market goes down. If that doesn't happen, and things are pointing towards that, in one, China will have a pullback, but then try to go higher again. I think the test for China is not going to be on the low, on the bounce this time. It's going to be on the realized higher high. Where is China? I'll do it here. So we recaptured. We are 20k. Then maybe we go down like this, 19k, and then we recapture 20k and stay above 20k, consolidate a bit here, and then go higher. Another reason why the China rally will stop is because quarter end. This was 100% a short squeeze, and people want it off their books by quarter end. The quarter ends on Monday, so everyone who was short and got caught off guard is probably done with their covering of the short position. They don't have it on the books on quarter end. We start a new quarter, and basically blank slate. We'll see what happens after that. But the test for China is going to be actually bouncing on one end. Like for example, this is what bullish would have looked like, and then when we get to the new high, can we actually break and make new highs and go like this? This was one of the possibilities that actually happened, meaning going lower. The other would have been an actual bounce here and try to go higher. And if that happened, we would have gone here at 22k. And now it's round two. Let me look at it. Probably this is the area where it has to bounce. On this trend line. So basically this. If it breaks out, it goes to 22k. So let's see what happens. But for now, combination of this, combination of defensive sectors probably not breaking down yet, and the fact that we are already over VIX because VIX went up 10% and the market didn't do anything. There's a paper out there saying something like a 1% drop in VIX, in SPX should result in a 0.75% drop increase in VIX. But we've not been getting this kind of stable move lately. We've gotten pretty fucking crazy shit, like market going up, going down 10%, and VIX going up 300%. Like, what the fuck is this shit? This was 10% drop, almost 10% or not even 10% drop in SPX, and VIX went up threefold. This was like 4% drop in SPX, and VIX went up 55%. Like, this type of ratio is not something that you want to see. This is over VIXing. We also had a ghost print on VVIX on 123 again. This on this here. I would assume this is my target. So I think the market drops, but it's more likely that it will stop somewhere like 550, maybe this trend line here. Let's look at it. Not this one, this one. Let's put EV up back. 550 seems about right. Well, probably a bit higher than this. Somewhere in this range. So this will not be time accurate. Oops. I'm just drawing it. Open on Monday. Because of the move in Nikkei, I think we gap down on Monday. We just need to lose 570. If we lose 570, we open up quite a big move here, and it can Oops, like this. We can get to this area relatively quickly. So this is the base scenario, 550, then we bounce. Keep an eye on VIX. We don't want VIX going up like crazy without the market dropping, because like if VIX was at 50, like I'll take a hypothetical scenario. Let's say VIX on Monday does this shit. It goes like, yeah, it goes to 50. But the market only drops 2%. Are you shorting that market? No fucking way. Puts are incredibly expensive. Who the fuck buys puts with VIX at 50? Uh, it makes no sense. You're just getting farmed by the market makers. And again, if everyone buys puts at 50, then we don't drop. So no, if no one buys puts, we don't drop. So puts are expensive. Uh, Puts get expensive because market maker wants to monetize fear. Uh, Puts getting expensive will make people not buy them, and if people don't buy puts, the market doesn't drop. So, assuming something like this would happen, it makes absolutely no sense for people to buy puts. And if they buy puts, then it goes to 70 or 80 or whatever the fuck it goes to. So the market not going down and VIX going up a lot is not bearish, it is bullish. If we get this kind of spike again, it's a clear uh, dip buy. Okay, now one last thing. Next week I will be traveling, so no daily updates and stuff like that. I'll be back with the daily video on Monday on the 7th. The weekly video, not the daily video. And that's kind of it for now. Have a good one. Bye bye.